Hello there. Thank you for joining us on NAPTIP On The Move. I'm Angela Agbegi. The mandate of NAPTIP entails prevention, protection, policy, partnership, and of course, prosecution. This informs several activities by the agency. In this edition of NAPTIP On The Move, we bring you some of the activities of the agency. We start with the High-Level Multi-Agency Task Team HIMAT Conference, organized by NAPTIP, in collaboration with the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, ROLAC. Take a look.
The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, in collaboration with the European Union Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, ROLAC, implemented by the British Council, recently organized a maiden high-level multi-agency task team HIMAT conference in Abuja. In attendance were national and state HIMAT members from 9 states, including Adamawa, Edo, Ekiti, Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, Kwara, Delta, and Akwa Ibom. The conference was aimed at reviewing the success and challenges of national and state sex offenders databases. The National Program Manager, ROLAC, Danladi Plang, delivered a goodwill message commending NAPTIP for its efforts in keeping up with the database since its launch in 2019. The Edo State Commissioner for Youth and Gender Issues, Andrew Adaze Mwanta, also commended NAPTIP in his speech for the continued synergy and called for strengthened collaboration. Representatives from each state made presentations on the functionality of the National and State Sex Offenders Database, highlighting lessons learned, challenges, and opportunities. The ROLAC Manager, Access to Justice for Women, Children and Persons Living with Disabilities, Olutoyosi Giwa, made presentations on the Sexual Assault Referral Centers, SGBV courts, and other complementary innovations, while Isa Abdul Karim from NAPTIP's ICT department spoke on the sustainability of the sexual offender databases. Delivering her remarks, the Director General of NAPTIP commended ROLAC and all present for their efforts so far and urged them to do more.
I really want to thank ROLAC, because ROLAC has been supporting NAPTIP. It's not easy to be consistent, but they have been consistent. NAPTIP is responsible for implementing the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act in the FCT. We have 34 states that have VAP laws. They have their own implementing mechanism. So everybody reaches out for NAPTIP without knowing that their individual states have VAP laws that they can reach out to. And that only speaks to one thing: enhanced visibility. Talking about the National Sexual Offenders Register, in 2019, when this initiative was launched, it was done principally to be used as a tool for naming and shaming. You know, the incremental cases of SGBV that we hear every day in the FCT alone is terrible. In the FCT alone, we currently have 89 cases in court. I think so far we've secured 4 convictions just in 2022. And the reason why we have such low conviction is, in as much as we have a lot of reportage, we also have a lot of withdrawal of cases. 80% of the reports we get withdrawn by the same petitioners. Let me just encourage everyone and, you know, recognize the hard work everyone is doing, but we need to do more. We need to do more, because what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you.
The High-Level Multi-Agency Task Team HIMAT Conference was an avenue for networking exchange of ideas and information sharing. Conferences of this nature will enhance the fight against sexual and gender-based violence in Nigeria. Every day, NAPTIP receives reports on all forms of violence against persons, diverse cases of domestic violence, rape, incest, physical abuse, especially child abuse. NAPTIP is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that victims are compensated and offenders severely punished. But NAPTIP needs a lot of support. The VAP Act will be most effective if all states adopt the Act as law. Then, victims shun the culture of silence and report to NAPTIP. Call NAPTIP today on 0703 00 203 or the toll-free short code 627. NAPTIP, ensuring a human trafficking and violence-free nation.
In our next report, we bring you clips of the just concluded 25th International Border Police Conference in Warsaw, Poland. Keep watching.
The Director General of NAPTIP attended the 25th International Border Police Conference in Warsaw, Poland. The conference, which was organized by the European and Coast Guard Agency, Frontex, had about 200 participants from 70 countries. The Interim Executive Director of Frontex, Aija Kolnaja, stressed on the need for collaboration.
Friendships of the border and coast guard community today is of utmost importance. And I think if the world can come together in solidarity where it matters, we are really changing the fabric of the world that we live in. We are making it better, not for ourselves, for our children. But for all of us to succeed in tackling the crime, in tackling the threats, in managing migration, we have to work together, all of us. It is up to us, you, dear colleagues, to provide leadership to the world. To provide leadership in protecting the borders, protecting our homes. The entire world, because of the travel continuum that we have, the entire world is one now. And that's why it's important that we have also our strategic partners. So solidarity, partnership, friendship are the key words that I want you to take away from this event.
The conference was highly interactive, as there were panel discussions and presentations based on the theme, Contingency Planning for Emergencies at the Borders. On the second day of the conference, participants from the African continent held a meeting to discuss ways to strengthen collaboration, communication and coordination. This was followed by the NAPTIP meeting with officials of Frontex, led by Mikhail Narajek, Head of Institutional Partnership. The meeting was interactive, as Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi enlightened the Frontex team on emerging trends in human trafficking and the efforts of the agency so far in combating human trafficking in Nigeria.
We are an agency that combines investigation, prosecutorial, and rescue and rehabilitation. And we are the only law enforcement agency in Nigeria that has these multiple capacities. NAPTIP has 29 offices across Nigeria. We operate 13 shelters, and we have about 985 officers. The traditional way we used to think of human trafficking has mutated. In the past, it used to be, poor families who get targeted by human traffickers. But now, you find middle-class people being targeted by human trafficking. And how does it happen? It happens online. It happens online. Until we start to personalize issues of human trafficking, I don't think we'll make any traction.
The conference was an avenue to strengthen collaboration and information sharing to enhance the fight against human trafficking and irregular migration.
NAPTIP continues to strengthen partnership with stakeholders. Recently, the management of the agency received a Spanish delegation at the headquarters in Abuja.
A Spanish delegation led by the ambassador, His Excellency Juan Cel, recently paid a visit to the Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi.
As a team, we are just a group of admirers of NAPTIP. We are most grateful. Madam Director, you know that we feel at home when we come to NAPTIP for two reasons. On the one hand, because we have been long-standing partners of yours, but also because we have always been welcomed as partners. Very, very especially, you've always welcomed our contribution, and there is a reason for that, is that we are fighting the same fight, and we are working together against the same criminals, and we are working together to help victims. Again, thank you very much. You know that we work here both through the program ATIPSOM, that's, as you know very well, this EU-funded cooperation project.
Receiving the Spanish delegation, the DG NAPTIP expressed appreciation to the Spanish Embassy for their support.
Let me start by thanking the Embassy of Spain. Since I came on board, it's been amazing. NAPTIP has always enjoyed a very fluid and very enjoyable collaboration with the Spanish government. But for me, this past 1 year has been fantastic, especially through the ATIPSOM project. We've been able to cover a lot of milestones. One thing I like about the ATIPSOM project is it's impactful. These are very impactful projects in terms of capacity building for our officers, in terms of coordination. You know, the project has brought the key border agencies together, NAPTIP, the National Immigration Service, the Nigerian Police, because we work together. So the project has been able to deepen our collaboration. So in terms of partnership, we'll say we are grateful. We are always, very happy to collaborate with the Spanish government.
She then enlightened the delegation on some of the recent efforts of the agency. Other members of the delegation include Carlos Ruiz, Director, Counterterrorism, Drugs and Organized Crimes of the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs; Gustavo Garrido, the Interior Attaché of the Spanish Embassy; Juan Torres, Deputy Ambassador, and Patricia Gomez, Consul. Directors of NAPTIP were also present. NAPTIP's partnership with the Spanish Embassy is yielding results. This synergy is key in curbing human trafficking in Nigeria. Have you been promised a job here in Nigeria or abroad? What about offers of free education or enrollment in a foreign football club? Please do your research. These are some of the antics of human traffickers. Human trafficking is modern-day slavery. It entails forced labor, sex trafficking, and organ harvesting. Its consequences have devastating psychological effects such as depression, anxiety, memory loss, severe forms of mental trauma, and death. Well, NAPTIP is working tirelessly to ensure protection of victims and speedy prosecution of offenders. Are you a victim? Waste no time. Call NAPTIP now on 0703 0000 203 or the toll-free short code 627. NAPTIP, ensuring a human trafficking and violence-free nation. The Kanu Zonal Command of NAPTIP recently secured 3 convictions from its Katsina State Command at the Federal High Court in Katsina. The Federal High Court in Katsina has sentenced a 20-year-old man, Edward Osas Kelvin, to 12 months imprisonment without option of fine for attempting to facilitate the illegal entry of a female victim from Benin to Libya. Also in Katsina, a 21-year-old man, Ebun Olatomiwa, has been sentenced to 12 months imprisonment without option of fine for attempting to facilitate the fraudulent entry of an 18-year-old female from Osun State to Libya. In a related development, Kudus Alarakbe, A 21-year-old female has also been sentenced to serve 1 year jail term without option of fine for conspiring to facilitate the fraudulent entry of a victim to Libya. NAPTIP has secured 66 convictions so far in 2022, the highest since the inception of the agency.
NAPTIP's intensified efforts in its operations is yielding results. Recently, the agency and the Director General were nominated for the Social Justice Award. Thanks for your votes. It did count. We bring you sights and sounds of the award ceremony organized by the Public Administration and Social Development Consult in partnership with the Public Complaints Commission.
The Public Administration and Social Development Consult, in collaboration with the Public Complaints Commission, recently organized the first edition of the Social Justice Award at the National Judicial Institute, Abuja. The convener, Margaret Ibeku, in her welcome address, stated the purpose of the award.
It's my great honor to welcome you to today's event. I dare say that this is the first of its kind. There are many awards out there, but this is the first time that we are recognizing captains and soldiers of social justice. Social justice is one of those terms that if you're asked to define, sometimes it seems abstract. But there is yet a simpler way to explain it. It is simply saying, what is good for you is good for me. Equal rights, equal opportunities, devoid of any form of discrimination. Tonight, we are here to identify and celebrate men and women organizations that have consistently fought for the cause of the common man. There has been a voting process that has gone on for a month. Nigerians have spoken. For once, without any influence, Nigerians have chosen the leaders that have them at heart. We are saying no matter who you are, big, small, as long as you're fighting this cause, as long as you're fighting the cause of the common man, as long as you're on the path of social justice, we will identify you and we will celebrate you.
Some of the dignitaries present include Representative of Kogi State Governor, Representative of Senator Abaribe, Representative of Honorable Chief Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission, His Royal Highness, Emir of Karshi, and other dignitaries from the public and private sectors. The Director General of NAPTIP was represented by Benedicta Ojugbana, Director, Administration, and other directors of the agency. The guests were entertained by the Afri Theatre. This was followed by a documentary on the nominees and the formal presentation of the awards to the winners. The Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, won the Best Administrator of the Year.
And the Best Administrator of the Year award goes to Fatima Waziri, the DG NAPTIP. The next is the Social Justice Senator of the Year. NAPTIP is the Best MDA of the Year.
We are very excited about the award. We are happy, and it is nice to know that good work is being appreciated, and that whatever we have been doing, all that we have been doing from the background, thinking that nobody is saying, and is being rewarded today. So we're excited for the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. We're excited, and even the one given to the Director General as the Best Administrator, our Director General, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, deserved that award as the Best Administrator of the Year, and we're excited and happy.
Who says Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi does not have immediate touch? She's got it. There are two awards, one to the agency and want to have in person. And that is what we are talking about. We are talking about good service delivery. We are talking about intentional leadership. We are talking about focused leadership. She's got it. NAPTIP is going from glory to glory. What I only tell Nigerians is that human traffickers, you have no hiding place any longer. Human beings are not articles of merchandise. Stop selling human beings. Stop doing baby factory. Stop doing human trafficking.
The convener and Federal Commissioner, Ekiti State Public Complaints Commission, commended NAPTIP.
We needed to recognize individuals, ministries, departments, and agencies within the country, recognizing them for their role in carrying out their duties as it regards to social justice and human rights in the country. NAPTIP won the Best Administrative Award and also the Best Agency. I mean, that clearly shows, the role that they play in the country in carrying out their duties, and they've been recognized for this. We hope that they'll do more and they won't rest on their oars, definitely.
NAPTIP is an agency we all know has done very well in recent times. They've done exceptionally well and nobody can take it away. And the public also feels the same way. Their administrator is a young woman and she's done an excellent job. And we are encouraging her to do more. That's the essence of the award. We are encouraging you to do more. We want you to come back next year and still win. It shows that we have encouraged you to do better, or for another person to feel challenged and win next year. So NAPTIP has done credibly well.
The awards are an attestation of NAPTIP's improved efficiency and effectiveness in the fulfillment of its mandate of ensuring a human trafficking and violence-free nation under the current Director General, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi.
Finally, we bring you an account of a victim. Stay with NAPTIP on the Move.
There's this friend of mine I met, so she based in Cyprus. She was in Nigeria before she traveled to Cyprus. She's my friend. So she asked me to come to Cyprus. I was like, okay, that Nigeria is not conducive, I should come to Cyprus. I said, okay, but I don't have any money to come to Cyprus. I don't know how to process it. She said, no worry, she's going to do everything for me. That when I come, I'm going to pay her when I start working. I said, okay, now ask her, how much are they paying you in your working place? She said, 200 to 250K, that is what they pay. And said, okay, no problem. Let her process my thing. She did everything for me, only for me to get there. She said, anything we had was in Nigeria. Anything she said was in Nigeria. Now, I'm in Cyprus, that anything she tells me, that is what I'm going to do. I was like, how? Okay. What am I going to do? She said, I am going to pay her 7 million. I said, 7 million for what? She said, she has said her own, that is 7 million. I said, okay, what am I going, and I'm going to pay her 7 million in 4 months. I was like, okay, what am I going to be doing to be paying you 7 million? Even if I'm working 200,000 naira working 4 months, I can't pay you 7 million. She was like, I should know what I'm see the girls, I'll see what they are doing, that is what I'm going to be doing. I said, okay. She said, let her just be plain to me that I'm going to be doing prostitution. I was like, prostitution? You know me too well, I don't do such things, I have not done it before. She said, that is none of her business, I'm here already, that is what I'm going to be doing. If I like, I should do my own. That is when I said, okay, I don't have any choice, I don't have any say. She's the only one I know in Cyprus, she's the one I came to meet in Cyprus. I said, okay, no problem. Sometimes I was going, sometimes 3, 4, 5 men a day. I was like, God, this thing is too much for me. I can't bear it. I can't just bear it. I was frustrated, down. I just have to tell. So I overheard her telling her friend that she's going to send me in this country. That I thought that they know used to sell somebody. That she's going to send me in this Cyprus. That was when I was very down. I said, no, I can't take this anymore. Because it's obvious she can't do it. So I just have to complain to my friend. That was when my friend told me that there is some people that NAPTIP have already helped one of her friends. So I should contact NAPTIP and tell NAPTIP. And they came to my rescue. That was how I was rescued. I thank NAPTIP for everything, and I appreciate. And again, I want to advise my fellow girls out there. There's no friend anywhere. Those people are just full of deceit. Just be contented with whatever you have. And if you are traveling, make sure that you are traveling with your own money. Don't say somebody wants to do something for you, document for you. They will go there, they will deceive you. That is just it. Go with your money. Just be contented. Go with your money, have your money, make your documents and go by yourself. Whatever you want to do is on your own.
For more inquiries and support, or to report cases of suspected human trafficking, violence against persons, and child abuse, please call NAPTIP hotline 0703 0000203 or the short code 627, or email us info@naptip.gov.ng. Visit our website www.naptip.gov.ng. Follow us on our social media platforms at NAPTIP Nigeria, or watch our videos on YouTube.
That's the size of our package today. Join us again same time next week when we bring you another episode of NAPTIP on the Move. My name is Angela Agbegi. Thank you for watching.